Hello everybody, my name is Keith Burgun. I'm working on a game called Gem Wizards Tactics, and today I'm just going to give a quick overview of some of the things that I've been working on. Specifically, I'm going to be going into one of the more complex factions, the Business Demons, which you see here. I should let everyone know that this is an early alpha build still. We're a ways off and from launch, but it's getting there. So anyway, anything you see here may change in the future, but should give you some kind of indication of what the game will be like. So, the Business Demons, headed by this guy here, Bill Milton, are all about expansion, developing the area, and burning things and getting oil and extracting resources. They also have some stuff with they can actually give out these loans, predatory loans to units, which will heal them to full immediately, but then slowly sap their health over time and give Bill money. So Bill has his own resource, which is money. He starts out with $25 million, and as he builds more roads and gives out more of those loans, he starts getting more and more money over time. Money can then be used to purchase upgrades for his units via this ability, Buy Upgrade, which costs $50 million and just gives them increases their damage by 1, which doesn't sound like much, except it is a lot because the combat system is such that, you'll see, the stats are basically very simple integers. So like my attack is 3 right now, and his defense is 1, so I do 2 damage. Now, if my attack was 4, and of course this is a little bit randomized, it says about 2 damage, so there'll be some... Yeah, you see, there's a little bit of randomness in the combat there. But the point is, 1 extra damage is actually huge, given that the health amounts are out of 10. So that's Bill Milton's kind of thing. He wants to basically clear areas, so you can use this ability, which, as you can see, creates a bunch of roads for him, which gives him more road income. And also, there's a bunch of oil there. Next turn, we can go pick that up. His other units can also pick up oil, namely this guy here. He can pick up the oil and actually increase his attack damage. And then this guy can also pick up oil to increase his... He's got an ability, check this out, that pushes... It's called Bulldoze, and he can just push a bunch of people. Now, that was a bad move because these two are flanked. But you get the idea that you can push a bunch. And also, as the bulldozer moves around, I'm just going to cheat a little bit here so I can move a bit more. But as the bulldozer moves around, it actually creates roads as it goes. So the bulldozer is a really strong defensive unit, and it also creates roads, which are good for any wheel type movement, like this siege unit, for example. It has wheel type movement, so it really needs the roads. Also, this guy's got wheel. In fact, a lot of the units on the Business Demons have wheels. This is your strongest unit, this roller demon, who's on kind of like a Segway. He really needs, in order to get around, he really needs roads, because he's on wheels. Same with the siege. Same with this. Let's talk about this guy next. This is a demon biker. And he's got a couple of abilities. I mean, he's like sort of just a generally tanky unit, but he can also do a really cool thing. He can burn rubber, which will just take him in a direction really fast. Like, let's see if I can figure out a good place to do it too. Like you can go like that. So he's very mobile. He's their most mobile unit. But he can also do this and just jump off of his bike, tuck and roll. And as you can see, he creates a lot of fire, but now he's off of his bike and he gets a new ability, which can just knock units around. And yeah, and I think he gets a little bit of a stat bonus too when he gets off of his bike. But that's a once per game move, obviously. He loses his bike and then he doesn't get it again until the next mission. So that's him. That's a bug that he still has the burn rubber ability. He shouldn't have that. So that's one of those things he's still working on. We have this wizard who is a pretty you know, a lot more normal of a unit. He's like an old school fire wizard, so he's got a fire ability, fireball, that just does damage and creates a bunch of flame. Flame is also neat in that it sort of like programmatically will spread and die over time. And leave like charred tiles, and it has a bunch of different properties, and it sort of behaves. And there's this thing that I've always wanted where like a certain amount of fire is good because, you know, you can push units into it and it creates like defensive walls and stuff like that. But at a certain point, it could start overtaking the level if you have too much of it and start hurting. Most of your own units are not fire immune. This guy is, this pyro guy. He's one of your units. But most of them are not. This guy is also fire immune, so you can actually use the bulldozer to put out a bunch of fires if you need to, like this. See, he puts that out, but you know, it can get pretty out of control pretty fast. And then he can also summon gargoyles. Now, gargoyles are units that are made entirely out of oil, and so that has a few different effects. Let's end the turn and see what happens. And we can use that gargoyle next turn. Oh man, that pyro is in a really terrible position. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, this gargoyle. So this is kind of cool. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to think of a cool way to use this gargoyle. So I'm going to move you out of the way here, the siege unit. So the basic way to use the gargoyle, we'll just do this. This is a little bit silly, but it gets the idea across. He's just a decently strong unit overall. He's got 4 attack. So he's a good fighter, and he also trails oil, which is kind of neat, so you can pick up the oil to make your roller demons stronger, things like that. But what you can also do is just walk your gargoyle into fire or set him on fire. In either case, he explodes. Let's see how this works. Oof. Wow. So yeah, I think they might have gotten triggered twice there. So that's maybe a bug, but you get the idea. So you can also, because he trails oil, you can have him walk across an area and make this long trail of oil and set the oil trail on fire. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we didn't talk about this guy. He's got one ability that just pulls someone backwards. Watch, like that, creating a flame behind them. He's also fire immune, which is good. So he can just like run right through this fire, no problem. But yeah, other than that, he's a pretty simple and lightweight unit that's highly mobile. He actually has foot type movement rather than wheel. So he's one of the few business demon units that can really move around on foot. Now, this guy also can once he gets off his bike, but like I said, that's a once per game move. So yeah, this is the business demons. The objective of the game is to capture 5 flags. You can see here, it's actually a little bit obscured because of a bug, but this guy's a leader right here, and he has a flag, so if I defeat him, that'd be 1 flag. I can get flags from capturing these, and there's a bunch more other leaders that'll get aggroed and come at me over time. I can also rescue these guys, in which case they're permanently added to my my roster, but they are optional. I don't have to rescue them. So yeah, this is Gem Wizards Tactics. Thanks for watching, and the game will be out in February. Stay tuned to the Steam page for more news. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.